I haven't been live in 2 days, and if you've been following me for the past 2 months, you would know that I, you know, come on live like every day, right? I always have something to talk about every day. But in the last 2 days, not so much. Reason being that I got discouraged, right? Yeah, I just even recorded a long form video where I was talking about that it's not easy to continually do something without getting any reward, well, getting the reward that you feel like you should be getting. It's not the easiest thing, right? It takes a lot for you to persevere, it takes a lot for you to be dedicated, it takes a lot for you to be committed, and it's not easy. It's easy to talk about after the time has passed, but it's not easy when you're living it in the very moment. So yeah, I was discouraged earlier, but that's over now. I feel so much better. So definitely I will probably be continuing with my live sessions. There's someone on this live that gave this live a thumbs up, but they choose not to drop a comment. Hi. I hope it's not someone that I know, because it's people that know me personally that do this. Oh, hi, Balatek. How are you? It's been a while. Nice to hear from you. Nice to have you here. How have you been? How yeah, you said you're writing exams. So how has your exams been? I hope that you've been doing well. And I don't know if you've posted on your YouTube in a while. I don't think you have. The last time that I checked your page, it was 2 weeks ago that I saw your last post. And I was going to ask you a few questions actually about posting on YouTube. So now that you're here, let me just ask you, because these are things that are like on my mind. I hope you can hear me. So I just want to ask, how like how long does it take for you to record and edit one YouTube video? Because I try to look at your consistency, and I feel like you have been quite consistent, kind of, right? So how long does it take for you to put out one? There are times that I noticed that, because I looked at the timeline of your post, that you were kind of posting back to back. I guess that was when like you had time, right? So how long does it take for you to film, edit one YouTube video? Because to be honest, I'm not going to say that I'm struggling, but I just feel like it's of course I didn't expect it to be easy, but it's a bit, but let's say it's over. I'm actually looking for the right word, because I don't want to like mis express myself. So I'm actually I will not say it's overwhelming, but it's just a bit harder than I thought it would be, right? Because for me to put out like one YouTube video, like filming is something that I love doing, right? Filming is something I really love doing, and 12 hours. That's a lot. Like that's a lot actually. And which is the reality of it. Like for me, sometimes it takes me about, like, if I record the video today, it takes me within like a week for me to be able to edit the video and put it out. That's how consuming like it can be. And even at that, you know, it's like I feel like it makes this a bit slow, because this is not like a full-time job. You also have other things that you're doing, so it takes a lot for you to even be able to like record one video and then like post it. Like, I've just felt a bit discouraged lately, because it's so much work without any rewards yet. Because I look at your page, like your views are even like, I feel like you're doing really well, which you get. And I don't know how long it takes before you start getting like that kind of audience, right? So maybe because like your posts are very niche, like you're very niche. So people that are looking for that exact thing can just like set you up. I don't know. I've just been doing a lot of reflecting lately. Yeah, basically. But so that aside, anyways, there's something that I wanted to talk about. It's actually been a while that I even came on live. So like I just like coming on live is the only time where I can really sit down and just rant and talk about stuff. So I haven't done this in a while. I started to feel a bit uncomfortable because I got so used to like just for me this is like free therapy, right? Because when you talk about things, when you express yourself, I feel like it makes you feel a bit um lighter. I just had to take a break and get some things by Sagoma. Oh, wow! Congrats. Oh, okay. So let me just ask you like final question. I don't want to talk about this like too much. I don't want to drag the topic, but let me just ask you like final question. Like since from the time you started posting to when you got monetized, like how was the duration? Just let me know from when you started posting to when you got monetized. Like how long did it take? How long did it take? Okay, he said, I feel you should just focus on your SEO because that's what I feel your channel is liking right now. Okay. Yeah, I understand that, which is like being 1 year and 3 months. Wow. Okay. Advice noted. Focus on my SEO. I think SEO is like the title of the video and the thumbnails, right? But mostly the title, right? Because if people are supposed to be able to find you when they search for like specific things, right? Yeah. Okay. Um. Okay. Noted. 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 Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Search engine optimization. Yeah, I get that. Um. Okay. So like I'm so sorry that I'm talking about, but I'm just a bit torn, right? I don't want to have to put out things just for the sake of, wanting to be monetized or something, right? I want to do something that I would love to do, right? Not just something that I want to do because of um I really don't know how to. I'm looking for the right way to explain. I don't want it to be like a chore or like work because I have work. I have a lot of work, right? So I don't want it to be like a chore. But if I do it that way, then it becomes like a chore because I'm not doing something. I'm no longer doing something that I really love. I don't know how to put this such a way that you understand me, right? Because I see what you do on. I subscribed to your channel, so I've been to your page. I think what you do is like intro tech, but I think that's something that you do for work. So you're just teaching people what you do, right? Okay. So like most often times, I want to post what I feel like posting. I don't want to post something just because I feel like this is what is going to attract people, right? Because then I'm not posting what I enjoy posting. It now becomes kind of like work or kind of like a chore because I'm not doing what I love to do. Do you understand me? So, I don't know. That's what I'm trying to say, Sha. I don't really know if you get me, or if you're trying to say that I should just. I don't know. I don't know. I think it's quite sad that you can only type because I feel like this is a conversation that I need to have with someone one on one so the person can like understand me better because now it's just me talking and yeah. Um, that aside, anyways. Yeah, thank you. Okay, it's fine. I don't want to talk about this too much on the live because I just finished like recording a normal long form video where I just am ranting about this. So I don't want to talk about it again because I already expressed myself in that video. But I also said that in the last 2 months I uploaded over 100 videos, right? So it's it's a lot of time, it's a lot of efforts. So I just felt like I was expecting more, and it's a bit sad that I didn't get what I was expecting, right? It was sad for me. I was actually in the last 1 week, I did feel really discouraged because I felt like it's not like I'm wasting my time. Because I know that there are certain times that I posted things and or when I was on live that people they had learned something, they had said thank you for the encouragement, they had related with what I had to say, and they were glad that I was glad that I was able to pass across some information, and they were able to understand me. I mean, that's the whole point of why I'm here, right? To be able to motivate people as much, to be able to help people, even if it's just a sentence that you say that brightens up someone's day. Like it's important, right? And I like to share like what I know about my business. Basically just like to like share bits and parts of my life that I feel like may be beneficial to someone else on their journey. And because for me, there are many things that nobody told me. There are many things that I learned from watching other people's videos, right? So I feel like I learned these things from what, like, there's a point that I was so lost, I was so confused. Like, even after school, there's a lot that I didn't learn in university, right? So I felt like I learned these things from other people's videos. It's only fair that I make these videos to help any other person that may come across like my video. I don't like making empty videos, right? Even sometimes when I make vlogs, I like to like put a message inside the vlog because I just always feel the need to like pass across a message or like say something that may be useful to somebody, like even if it's just a word of encouragement. Like that's just how I feel, right? And I don't want to deviate from that. So yeah, back to your point with how consistent I've been. I feel like I have reached some people, and people have found some of my videos helpful. But I don't know, it just feels like I have not gotten the audience that I thought I was going to get. And it did get quite discouraging, which is why I stopped being as consistent as I was, because I felt like I wasn't like reaching the right audience. Though I've envisioned that it probably could take time, but it's everything is easier in your head. The reality of things is not always very enticing. It's easy to say, but it's not easy to go through, right? So yeah, that's it, by the ways. I don't know. Because I also, on the other side, like, I understand what you're saying about SEO, right? But on the other side, I know people that just post stuff that they want to, and they're able to find their audience that understand them and relate them. That's what I would prefer than if I had to like overthink everything to the last. Like, sometimes I just want to come on here and say what needs to be said. It doesn't always um have to be so like something so very always something so very deep, right? Okay, so you need to know your niche first and focus on one before diverting. I think that's one of the problems, because if you ask me what is my niche, I don't have a particular thing to tell you actually. So yeah, so yeah, like I can be motivational sometimes, and sometimes I want to talk about business. So I feel like I do know a lot. Like, well, I will not say a lot, but what I've learned in running my business, I like to share, right? And then again, I have a lot of live advice. Like, yeah, I do know like quite a few things about life that I can share. So yeah, those are like part of like the two things. And if I was going to be known for something, those are things that I want to be known for, right? Motivational, inspiring life advice, and then business. Those are things that I want to be known for. But at the same time, sometimes, like, when I post like my vlogs, like just me basically talking about my day, like a day in my life or whatever, I feel like it reaches more audience than when I talk about business or motivational things, right? And it's not all the time. Like, it's not all the time I want to sit down and talk about like business motivational things, and it's also not all the time that I want to like you know talk about how my day went. So it's a bit sad that I can't just like do everything. Which is what I thought I would be able to do. Like, why can't I just like, I feel like I'm complaining at this point, and I don't like to complain. So like, that's that's by the ways. Anyways, that's by the ways actually. So nothing nothing more to say about this topic. It's just that there are certain things that happen to you in life that you cannot just overlook, especially when it's something that you're giving so much of your time and attention to. Because there are some days that I've even stayed up like late filming, like deep into the night, and that has had to like reset my sleep schedule, right? I feel like everybody feels this way at one point in time, where you give so much of your time to something and then you start to question if it's really worth it. And yeah, on another thing, like I said earlier, I don't want to start something that I can't keep up with. Because I know myself, if I start putting out content that I feel like the algorithm wants to see or people want to see, will I really be able to keep up? And like I said, I don't want it to become like work. Like I have work already. So this is like a hobby. This is like something that I do by the side, like mostly when I have spare time. And to be honest, in the past 2 months, I've had a lot of spare time, right? So like instead of like just like I could literally just sit down and be doing nothing or crossing my leg or watching a movie or something. But I'm like, okay, let me just try and build myself on this platform. So I don't want to start something that I can't keep up with, right? Which is why I try not to like post about personal things. I don't want people in my business, right? I don't want that. There are a lot of things that I intentionally don't like post or talk about. So I don't want this kind of things out there. And I don't want to start a niche that I can't keep up with. I don't want to become like a chore, right? But like something like just me talking about life advice or motivation or whatever, it comes easy to me because every blessed day something happens that I feel like, let me talk about this thing. Like every blessed, like I run a business, so like I always have something to say about business. I always have something to say about life because those are things that happen to me on a daily, and it's easy for me to talk about. Yeah. Okay, so constant I'm posting once a week. It's not necessary you post every day. You can just follow up with your audience on your community tab. That takes just like 15 minutes to work with. Okay. Mm. Yeah, you're right, actually. You are absolutely, like you said, it's actually complex, honestly. Like it can actually be complex because if another thing is that if you don't do something consistently, I noticed that the days that I did not like do YouTube consistently, I kind of forgot about it, to be to be honest. And if you're doing something and then you stop doing that thing, it's not always easy to start doing that thing again, which is something that I struggled with last year because I didn't kind of like make it a priority, right? Because I started posting on YouTube. Yeah, it's not as strict as you take it. Once you have audience that like what you do, they understand your busy schedule and all the likes. Okay, you're right. Maybe it's just me actually. Yeah, so maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm just in my feelings. But I did feel a little discouraged. That's the honest truth. I did feel discouraged. That's the truth. So maybe it's just me and my mood, right? Um maybe it's just me really. But that was actually how I felt. I did feel discouraged. And for even in the last 1 week I had a lot of things happening, right? I did have like different things happening with work and all. So I felt some kind of way like all the time that I've spent here, if I've used it to like learn another skill, I felt like that skill would have even like it's all good. Anyways, it's all fine. So I just said let me just it's been a while I went on live. Let me just come here and see who is online. By the ways, this is one almost 1 a.m. So Bola Tech, why is still awake by this ungodly hour? It's quite late for me. Like my sleep schedule is upside down. Like sometimes I'm awake till 3 a.m. just because my body has kind of gotten used to like staying awake deep into the night. So I don't sleep as early as I should. But okay. And also I remember that you said we're reading for exams, so probably that's another reason you got used to staying up late. But yeah, that happens actually. If you stay up late into the night, you have to like reconfigure your body to know that you need to get some sleep now. Anyways, all good. I think I just wanted to check in basically, and I've done that. So I'm ending the live now. Thank you so much, Bola, for like. I feel like this conversation has lightened me a bit because I've gotten your own perspective and I've gotten your own side, and I feel like these are even like my did I say little beginnings or what? So I feel like I'll still look back on this moment someday and be like, remember that time that I was so worried. So yeah, I feel like everybody goes through this moment anyways. Everybody goes through moments like this. So it's fine. Yeah, so to sell the skill you learned, you still need people audience sell it. So you have to manage. Yeah, basically, like the way life is now, you would need that. Your audience is like a currency actually, because there's certain things that you would even besides like selling your skills. There are just certain things that you would need an audience for. So there's nothing wrong with actually building an audience. To be honest, you're right. You still need an audience. Anyways. All right. Um, I've ended. I've ended the live now. It's Thank you so much for being here and thank you for your kind words. I really appreciate. At least you try to understand me to an extent, and you were not condescending or anything. You were not rude in any way. So I really appreciate, because sometimes when we think about certain things, when we exaggerate things, we don't really need much. We just need someone to tell you that everything will be okay. Yeah, so thanks for your time. I'll be ending the live now. Remember when I didn't know how to end the live? Like the first few times that I did a live video, that I didn't know how to end the live video. It's quite funny. I just remember.